Sometimes you might reach a specific speed and stay there for quite a while. Here are some tips to help you try and overcome these barriers. It can be quite frustrating and demoralizing when you're sitting at a specific solving time for quite a while and not seeing any improvement. So here are some quick tips to help you progress and try and overcome these barriers that you might run into. The first tip is to recognize that whilst improvement may not be tangible and actually show up in your solving times, it's good to know and recognize that if you are practicing correct habits and doing deliberate practice, then your ability will be constantly improving, even if your speed isn't. So it might not look like you're improving, but it can be comforting knowing that you actually are. The second tip is, honestly, if you're getting fed up and really frustrated, just take a break. So for the most part, it's pretty hard to actually regress and forget cubing knowledge and skill, so never be afraid to take a week off practicing and let your brain just subconsciously process all of the things you're learning and practicing over time. If you don't want to stop cubing, which is completely fair enough, an alternative is to practice a different event for a little while. So you might find that practicing big cubes and dealing with a harder look ahead makes your look ahead ability a bit better when you return to solving the 3x3. Another good idea to help you identify where you can cut down time on your solves is to record yourself doing timed solves and then rewatch it and spot your flaws and be self-critical about your solves. Another piece of advice is to focus less on your times when you're doing a practice session. So one bad habit I and probably many other cubers have is to keep on checking the session average right after every single solve you do during a practice session. What you can instead try to do is only focus on one solve at a time. So after you do a solve, just completely forget about it, don't look at the session average or any statistics, and just move on to the next one and give each individual solve 100% of your attention. Lastly, persistence and practice will eventually pay off, and with enough time, you'll eventually either slowly pass the barrier or see a more dramatic drop in your times.